Have you ever listened to someone's track or even my own tracks and heard this awesome tail sweep thing from one particular sound that goes from one section to the next? Those are what I call reverb tail whips, where you have a reverb at the end of a sample or a sound and you increase the dry wet to almost maximum and then you cut it off really quickly. Today, we're going to go over how to do that really fast in this episode of Work Faster with your boy Fox. Let's get started. So for today's example, we are using one of my samples from my sample pack, which you can get on patreon.com/foxedofficial if you wanted to help support me in my dreams and goals and aspirations. Very short, sweet, from my song Don't Think About Me on a confession that came out a couple months ago. Now, if you wanted this to sweep into another section, I use a reverb, and you can use stock Ableton reverb, just as simple as anything else. So initialize the reverb, and what you'll do, I don't really worry about all the settings because I find that it gives it a little bit of character. You can turn them off, play with them, find something that fits your needs. But what I do is I go ahead and turn the decay time to 60, and I'll turn the dry and wet to 0. Now, if you don't see any red lines, it's because you're not in the automation window. All you have to do is make sure that your MIDI keyboard selection is turned off, and then hit A. And that gives you this lovely automation availability. At the end of the sample, towards the end here, sometimes it's best if you even pick it up a little bit before the end. All you got to do is find your happy spot, and then you can go ahead and maximize the dry wet to 100% wet and then quickly cut it off. Now, the issue with this sometimes is that you'll get an audible click. So what I like to do, if we zoom in a little bit here, is I will hold down Alt or Option, I believe, and what this does is it'll give you the fine-tune option to move the node, and then while still holding down Option or Alt, go ahead and curve it up, so it creates a sweep down back to 0%, and then you'll get this. Sometimes it's still audible, you got to play with the right settings, and then also sometimes it helps to fade in and out the actual sample too. So hit A again, take you out of automation, slide it to this way a little bit, turn it back on, play with it one more time. And there we go. Obviously, if you do have a click that's not super audible, it won't be heard, as the majority of your track's going to be filling up that extra space. Nothing will be audible when you have kick, clap, hat. It's a really easy way to have a transitional piece from one thing to the next, and adds a lot of variety to your music. And then you can even do short ones like this. Go ahead and move the node here, go ahead and maximize it there, make sure the sample itself heads off so that there's no artifacting towards the end. And then once you shorten it, get it to how you like, make it the one hit, you can start the reverb from the beginning, have it arch up, and then close off so you get something like this. And that, in the middle of your track, sounds really cool. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, and of course, if you want any more from me, please hit my Patreon up, patreon.com/foxedofficial. Have a great day, guys. Stay crazy and stay foxed.